Hello Pisces, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And it's totally free, it doesn't cost you anything. All right? If there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we start with a Two of Pentacles. This is a lot of change. This is a good card for transitions. This is a good card for being hopeful and positive and proactive in the changes that we are implementing in our lives. Okay? This is a big deal. This is a good place to start. Let's put this into some context. All right? We're going to use our Dove and Serpent spread. Oh, we've got Wheel of Fortune. Look at that. This is going to be a year of continual blessings for you. I think that you are now putting your best foot forward, that you are ready to now go from the bottom of the wheel to the top of the wheel, right? So let's take advantage of this really positive energy that's coming into your life. This is a divine blessing, okay? But you have to do the work. That's why we started with the Two of Pentacles. This is you having to take action. This is you having to be proactive. If you're going to take advantage of the divine timing, all these blessings, these miracles that are taking place, you've got to utilize that energy. All right? We got the Death card, and we've got the Star card, and a Three of Cups, and a Prince of Swords. Okay. A Seven of Cups, Three of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, and the Hanged Man. Very interesting with the a lot of this watery feeling here today. Spirits telling me to mention something about the family pool or the neighbor's pool or something like that. When you were a kid, there was some incident with the pool in someone's backyard. Interesting. Sometimes these details come through as confirmations, as synchronicities, as just a little affirmation that we're honing in on the right energy. Okay, let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. A lot of this watery energy here today. We're going to select one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot, and this is going to be set down over here. We're going to put Tiny Bob Ross right there on top, and we're not going to look at that card until the very end. All right, but it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need. I almost wonder if we should give Tiny Bob Ross a rest and use a different guardian for the mystery card. Maybe next week we'll swap them out, okay? If at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card is or you have a hunch, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments, okay? Let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise in intuition. Yeah. Okay. Let's look around. We've got major, 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 major arcana. Okay, we've got the Hanged Man. We've got all this idea of this water, right, that's surrounding us. And I think it's very positive water. Three of Cups, a Ten of Cups. The Seven of Cups is kind of the challenge, I think, and this is perhaps where we have... we've started to recognize some of this emotional energy it feels like it's just kind of sticking to us, and we need to just kind of like toss it off of us, you know? And feeling like this kind of sticky feeling. But what we don't have is any fire energy, and I think that might be good, because I almost feel like we don't really need to fight. We don't need to struggle. We don't need to... It's almost like when you're in quicksand, right? The worst thing you could do is try to struggle to get out. You need to do this kind of... I don't know exactly what it's called. I've never been in quicksand before. But the idea of struggling kind of makes it worse, right? You have to be kind of graceful. You have to kind of move with the energy, right? In order to really to get yourself to a safe place. I feel like that's what we're talking about with the Two of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune too. Yeah. That we're not having to fight with anything. We're not having to assert ourselves or struggle or wrestle with anything. There's no fire here. It's just kind of this easiness. It's a spontaneity. It's almost a wu wei, right? It's effortless action. It is non-coercive action. It's flowing in harmony with the energy, right? It's going with the momentum of the wheel, not trying to stop the wheel or turn it back the other way. You're just gliding with it, right? With the momentum of the universe behind you. And I think that's the real blessing here. That's the real miracle, is that it's not going to require that kind of effort on your part, right? So we've got water, water. Even we've got the death card, the Hanged Man, that's water energy. We have a little bit of air. And I think the air is, to me, I'm feeling there's a contemporary for you. So it could be a spouse, it could be a brother. I'm feeling a male energy. It could be husband, brother. It could be, someone that, it could be a friend. It's someone who's a peer, right? And I wonder if that maybe is someone that you have lost, because I do feel there's kind of a bit of grieving that's going on with you right now. And if that's the case, I am truly sorry for your loss, and you have my condolences. I feel like this is some energy, especially with the Seven of Cups, it's some energy that we have to honor. We have to feel how we feel, but at the same time, we don't want it to really stick to us and weigh us down and cause us to sink in that quicksand, right? So we kind of have to allow it to wash off of us, yeah. And I think that's part of this kind of just going with the momentum of things. And yeah, I feel like you've had a difficult past few months, right? But let's start with the two. Start with the Two of Pentacles. Here's somebody who's ready for a change. Yeah. I think you're ready to have some blessings. You're ready to receive the miracles in your life. Right? We're ready to take what's been negative, make it positive. We're ready to turn what's been dark and make it light. Right? We're ready to flip the switch here. Yeah. So I think that this card, I think it's very, very on the nose that we got the Two of Pentacles as the first card. It's like we're ready for change now. And hey, it's, we just got through the new year, we got through the holidays. And now it's time to put our best foot forward. Yeah. And start embracing the miracles. Let's start harmonizing with the energy of the universe, with our own spirit, our own desires, our own love, our heart, our passion, our purpose, right? Let's hold fast to the meaning of our life and flow with that momentum, right? So we have to be proactive. We have to look at ways that we can improve our situation. We have to look at ways that we can take what the universe is giving us, take advantage of the timing of things. See, we might not always understand the universe's timing. See, the Wheel of Fortune is the cosmic timepiece, right? It's Spirit's wristwatch. Incidentally, I'm not wearing my wristwatch today. We don't always understand Spirit's timing, right? But it's important that we take what we're given on any day, any moment, and understand what it's for. Everything happens for a reason, right? Everything is in these cycles that we may not understand, these cosmic cycles or anything like that. I get a feeling that there's kind of there's an interest in astrology, but there's also kind of a resistance to it. That is just kind of like that's a cycle, that's a rhythm of the universe, that's a science that we're not really in control of. That maybe in some ways we're not meant to really understand it, but we're meant to respond to it and flow with it and live inside of it. Yeah. So with the Wheel of Fortune, what is occurring in your life right now is meant to be there. And with the Two of Pentacles, you've got to find the way, the appropriate way, the best way, the most productive and positive and proactive way to move with that energy. to utilize that energy, to accept what's going on, and I was going to say take advantage of it, but it's not really taking advantage of it. It's just harmonizing with it, resonating with it, in order to carry us forward. And with the star card in the background here, I get that feeling of astrology that I think there is an interest in astrology, but there might be an idea that it's something that we have to feel, not something that you want to intellectually try to understand, right? We don't see a lot of swords cards here, so I feel like at this time in your life, there's not a strong effort to make sense of everything. You know what I mean? Like we're okay with not knowing everything. We're okay with not breaking everything down to a science. It's almost like we don't want to understand everything on that level because that kind of takes away the magic, right? Spirit's also telling me to talk about the favorite window or the window that you like to kind of look out of. Now, maybe we're talking about like a telescope or something, but I just see like a piece of glass and you're like gazing at the sky through it, right? I wonder if that kind of has to do with this magic, this astrology thing that we're inspired by the stars. We don't want to know how it works, right? We want the inspiration, we want the magic and the mystery of it. I don't want to figure out how things work because then it's not as mystical, as magical, right? I feel that's a little bit of the vibe here. And I feel like you have a strong sense of your purpose. I feel like you have a strong sense of destiny, that you know that the universe is looking out for you in a way. Yeah. Even though we experience trials and tribulations, we experience the pain, the suffering, right? We've got a hanged man up here too. So even though we experience a lot of what people would call misfortune, but I don't know that we really even call it misfortune. It's all part of the wheel, right? It's all part of what is being given to us at this time in our life, and we've got to deal with it. We've got to respond to it. We've got to react to it. We've got to try to make decisions to live in harmony with it. We don't see the fire energy here. You're not resisting the universe. We may not really like everything that happens to us on any given day, but we're trying to do the best that we can with it. We're not shaking our fist at the sky, right? Up above everything, we've got a 3 of Cups. I think you're ready for the miracles. You're ready for the 3 of Cups is the understanding the process of creation on the emotional plane, the spiritual intuitive plane. I think that you're really looking to connect with other people in your life. You're looking to find deep and intimate bonds and strengthen those and maintain those. You're looking for lifelong friends, partners, lovers, the works. Now we've got a 3 of Pentacles in the position of the environment. So we've got a 3 and a 3 here. So I think this time in your life, part of these blessings, part of these miracles that are taking place in your life are the miracles of friendships, the miracles of collaborations, of cooperation, right? It's your ability to form these bonds, these deep, meaningful, lifelong, lasting friendships with people. I kind of feel as if this is you building a family, right? A chosen family, perhaps. Yeah. Because I feel like a sense of family or a sense of community is very important to you. Yeah. Very, very important to you. I think you have a tremendous support system. For those of you that did lose this contemporary person, this male figure who is a peer to you, I feel like you have a very strong support system around you. And the one thing that I want to say, because this is the Wheel of Fortune, we have this idea of grieving, of suffering. You may be just kind of getting through the first year of this process of grieving, this process of mourning, right? It's my belief that everyone thinks the first year is the most difficult. I think the second year is the most challenging, okay? And the reason why I say that is because during that first year, everybody rallies around you. Your support system is activated and everybody's there to help you. But after the first year, everybody kind of goes back to their work, right? We've got the Three of Pentacles here in the environment. Everybody's kind of getting back to their normal routine, right? And that is kind of, that makes the second year or the second phase of it a little bit more challenging, because then you feel as if everybody's kind of just gone back to business as usual, but you haven't. You're not, you're still feeling how you're feeling. We're still in this Seven of Cups. Yeah. So just be ready for that and do what you can to continue to strengthen those relationships with those people that are close to you, because after a while, everyone's going to kind of get back to their routine. Now, life may not be going back to normal for you, okay, but it sort of is for everybody else. So make sure that you strengthen these relationships and form these bonds so that even when people start getting back to their kind of routine lives, you still have this strong connection with them and they're still there as that support system for you. Okay, so I think the second year, so to speak, give or take, is the most challenging when we're talking about these sorts of things. And we do have the Death card down here, which sometimes is literal. Yes, some of you have experienced a loss. I think this Death card, though, is also talking about, I'm being reminded to mention the swimming pool. I don't know what the deal is with the swimming pool. But there's this idea of evolution, of kind of never looking back for you, that you're not someone who dwells on the past. You're somebody who takes life as it comes. I think you like to live in the moment. I don't think you really even concern yourself that much with the future. You're in the now, the eternal here and now, right? And I think that's how you've always been, but you also take that in the context of everything that's happening now is kind of is ushering in the future. So it's like you're ready for the future. You're embracing the future, but in a moment-to-moment kind of way, right? So we have this card of transformation, this card of rebirth, and it's almost like every moment is a chance. Every moment is an opportunity for an awakening. Every moment can be a new awakening, a new birth, right? So I think that this is very positive energy for you. And I think that this is allowing you to take advantage of all of these blessings and miracles that are happening in your life. Despite what might be a painful past year, right? It might still be some residue of all of this grieving. The pain from the year might still be kind of clinging to you. There is an infinite moment that we are experiencing right now to flow with these blessings, to take things as they come and to embrace the wheel of fortune and to embrace things kind of getting better moment to moment, right? Like I said, with the wheel of fortune, it's kind of we might feel that we're on the bottom. We might feel that we're kind of being grinded, underneath this wheel. But the wheel's turning, and we're coming back to being on top, okay? So things are improving. More and more blessings are coming into your life, and I think you're finding opportunities to embrace those, okay? Now, we're going to move to the path of the serpent, and as I do this, I'd like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Hey, it's totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. And leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Let's show YouTube that this community is worldwide, okay? I appreciate all of you. So we talked about the Seven of Cups a little bit, okay? And I think with the Seven of Cups here, this is that idea that we're not blind to the situation we're in, right? That we feel how we feel, and we know that we're getting through this. We know that we have work to do. We know that we have to put one foot in front of the other. We know that we have to be proactive. We have to make positive choices. But we still have to honor how we feel. We still feel a certain way, right? And we're not trying to deny that. We're not trying to say, hey, there's a time limit on your grief and you got to hurry up and get over it. So we are, we're accepting the situation as it is. But at the same time, the Hanged Man, I think, is here to remind us that even if we feel like we're stuck in this position, we're not. Just because the physical actions have not happened, I think they're being, it's being activated now because we have the earth energy showing that it's time to start making progress forward. But the time that you spent in this water energy was not wasted time, right? The suspension of physical actions doesn't mean that you were doing nothing, right? There was a lot going on within you with the soul growth, with the evolution, with you kind of consolidating and discovering the starlight, right? For you reconnecting with your sense of purpose and destiny. So there was a lot that was happening, okay? I'm also getting an M name. Spirit wants me to mention the person with the M, as their name. Michael, Mary, something like that, right? With the M name. In the environment, we've got the 3 of Pentacles. And this, again, was the other people in your life kind of getting back to their routine. But this is also you getting back to your routine. This is you getting back out into the world, into your life, and being a part of life. This is understanding the process of creation on the physical plane. So you're taking one step in front of the other, right? One foot in front of the other. And you're walking back toward life, towards productivity, towards doing what you do with your life, creating what you create, taking advantage of the fact that this wheel is still turning, this wheel of fortune, right? And the more you participate in that, the more you're going to feel like you're getting to the top of that wheel, that things are looking up, that things are improving, that things are getting better and better, that you have a lot of these blessings in your life. So this is us kind of getting back to our routine in a way. We're starting to participate in those things that we enjoy. And this connects definitely with this 3 of Cups. We're participating with our friends. We're going out and doing things with our loved ones. We're getting back to work. We're getting back to our creative projects, getting back to our spiritual practice. We see a lot with that Hanged Man, a lot of this kind of getting back to the spiritual life, right? And I think that you've been doing a lot of this internal spiritual work. Now it's time to get back out there and celebrate and worship in that external kind of active way. Yeah. We see the 10 of Cups here, and this I think is, this is still, again, a lot of water energy. The 10 of Cups is, in some ways, it's us having enough of the water energy. It's kind of a card that says, I've had it kind of up to here with this water energy, because we can get overwhelmed with this. So, when you're ill or under the weather, and I do think that maybe you were dealing with a cold or a flu in the last few months. So maybe this rings a bell. You've been in bed, you've been convalescing for long enough, and it's kind of like, I've had enough of this. I just have to get out of bed. I have to get out of the house. I don't feel 100%, but I just can't sit here anymore. And that's this feeling. This is just that we've had enough of this. We had enough of this. Enough of this emotion, enough of this feeling. I was going to say stagnation, but it's not. It's not stagnation, because there's been a lot going on inside of you. But it's time for us now to, I think, emerge from this water. And let's turn that Hanged Man around this way. Instead of focusing on the internal work, I think now it's time to start expressing that out in the world. We see the very first card was the earth energy, right? Behaviors, practical actions out in the world. And we see the Three of Pentacles in the position of the environment. It's out in the world. We're bringing all of this miracle, all of these blessings, all of our experience, and we're sharing it. So I think that a lot of this is focusing on that purpose, that destiny, focusing on this star energy, this starlight, the guiding light, right? The lodestar of your life. And sharing that, expressing that gift, expressing your purpose, sharing your gift, right? Sharing these blessings and these miracles. Yeah. And, I'm reminded of the phrase, sometimes we just have to count our blessings, especially when things have not been going all that positively, let's say. That's a great time to count our blessings, to focus on the miracles that are in our lives. Yeah. Let's look at the mystery card. Let's not forget about that. Thank you, Tiny Bob Ross. Gosh, I don't know really what to expect here. I guess I'm going to say it's another major arcana card. I think Empress, right? I think it's abundance, it's healing, it's love, it's community, right? It's paradise right here, right now. Yeah. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments, okay? I'm thinking Empress energy here. Oh, okay. It's a Six of Swords. That's good. The Six of Swords is good because as we're going forward in our life, see, we're traveling on that boat there. It's not as if we have to suddenly be done with our problems. It's not as if we're putting down all of our troubles, all of our grief, all of the anxiety, all of the doubts, all of the questions. It's not like we're putting all that stuff behind us and we're sailing on into the future, leaving that stuff behind. All of this is staying with you. We're never going to get rid of this water energy, right? In this case, with the Six of Swords, it's being symbolized by the swords, okay? The swords are the troubles, the things that plague us mentally, right? Grief and uncertainty and confusion. We're not leaving that stuff behind. We're taking our troubles with us into the future, right? And that's the way it should be, because there will always be those issues, the memories of the issues, the feelings and the troubles and everything associated with these swords. We didn't throw them overboard. They're always going to be a part of us. And as long as we remember that, then I think, and for some of you, it's going to be really talking about this contemporary person, because this is the Prince of Swords. It's not as if this person is gone. And I think now Spirit really is trying to tell us that this person is always going to be with us. So when we get out of this phase of mourning, of grieving, it's not as if we've suddenly forgotten about that person. I think a lot of the time we stay in our grief, we stay in our mourning because we don't want to let go of that person, right? This is a confirmation that that person will always be with us. In our hearts, in our memories, in our souls, in our lives. But it's okay for us to continue moving on, to continue sailing down the river of our lives, continue on our journey. This person will always be with us. Okay? Very interesting. We're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, click on the link that's either up here in the corner or down below in the video description. That'll give you access to all of the extended readings, not just for Pisces, but for every sign. New readings for Pisces every Monday and Thursday. But I'm here every day. Just come on back again tomorrow and we'll talk again. Okay? If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.